By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to create your very first base in Obsidian, turning a simple folder of notes into a powerful interactive database. Obsidian's base feature is like giving your notes a control panel, letting you see them all laid out in a table, sort them, and manage them without ever opening each file individually. If you find this helpful, please like and subscribe, and let's get started. First, go ahead and open Obsidian on your computer and give it a moment to fully load. You'll want to open the specific vault where you plan to create your first base, and make sure your notes are visible in the File Explorer on the left-hand side. Now, a bit of friendly advice here. While you can absolutely create a base with an empty folder, it is much easier and more satisfying if you already have a few notes inside your vault to work with. If you're just getting started, I highly recommend creating a folder filled with several sample notes before moving forward. Try organizing similar notes into one folder. This will make your base much easier to manage right out of the gate. Also, give your notes descriptive titles so you can easily identify them later. And if your notes use properties like status, priority, or tags, they will be even more useful inside your base. Properties are like metadata fields attached to your notes. Think of them as tags or categories that Obsidian can read and display, so having them set up ahead of time is a huge advantage. Now, to kick things off, open the command palette. The quickest way to do this is by pressing Ctrl+P on Windows or Command+P on a Mac. Wait for the command palette to appear as a pop-up in the center of your screen, and click inside the search box if it isn't already selected. The command palette is one of the fastest ways to access almost any feature in Obsidian. Instead of digging through menus, you can simply type the name of whatever command you need, and it pops right up. As you use Obsidian more often, this little tool will become one of your most used shortcuts. You can create notes, run commands, and access countless built-in features from here. With the command palette open, go ahead and type Create New Base into the search bar. Watch for the matching command to appear in the list below, then click on it to proceed. If you don't see this command at all, make sure the Bases Core plugin is enabled in your settings. You can check this by going to Settings, then Core Plugins, and toggling Bases on. Double check your spelling if the command doesn't appear immediately. And if you've just enabled the plugin, restarting Obsidian can sometimes help. Keeping Obsidian updated also ensures you have access to the latest Bases features and any bug fixes. Once you run the command, you'll be prompted to choose where to save your base. Select the folder you want to store the base file itself, ideally somewhere easy to find, like a dedicated Bases folder. Then, enter a descriptive name for your base. Something like projects, tasks, books, or meeting notes works great. Click Create and wait a moment for Obsidian to generate the base file. It's important to understand that your base is only a view of your notes. It doesn't create duplicate copies or move any files around. It's simply a lens that looks into a folder and displays your notes in a table. You can create multiple bases for different folders or purposes, so don't worry about committing to just one. Next, the system will ask you to select the source folder. That's the folder containing the notes you want your base to display. Click the folder to select it, confirm your selection, and then wait for Obsidian to load all the notes from that folder. Organizing related notes into one folder is key here, because every compatible note inside the chosen folder can appear in your base. And here's the best part. If you add more notes to this folder later, they can automatically appear in the base without any extra setup. If you're learning how bases work, try starting with a small folder first, so you can clearly see how the table behaves. Now your base should be open, and you'll see a clean table appear. Each row represents one note, and each column displays information from your notes, typically the file name, and any properties you've added, like status or tags. Take a moment to scroll through the table and see all your notes laid out. Think of this base as a spreadsheet that is connected directly to your notes. If a note contains properties, they appear as columns here, making it incredibly easy to browse many notes without opening each one individually. Your base also updates automatically whenever your notes change, so you never have to manually refresh it. The table format makes comparing information across multiple notes much easier than flipping through tabs. Let's put it to the test. Double-click any row in the base, and the corresponding note will open. Make a small change to the note, maybe add a word or update a property value. Then save your changes and return to the base. You'll see that those changes are reflected in the base automatically. You don't need to manually refresh or reload anything. Editing the original note keeps your information perfectly synchronized, and you can open any note directly from the base with just a couple of clicks, making this a fantastic way to manage your knowledge. Finally, continue building your base by creating additional notes in the same folder and adding the same properties to each one. Save your changes, return to the base, and watch as the new notes appear automatically. Keep adding notes over time to build a more useful database, and regularly update your note properties to keep your base accurate and valuable. Use clear folder structures to separate different types of information, and feel free to create additional bases later for different projects, subjects, or workflows. As your collection grows, bases becomes an even more powerful way to organize and manage your knowledge. By creating your first base, you've transformed a folder of individual notes into a dynamic database. As you continue adding notes and properties, your base will automatically update, allowing you to quickly organize, browse, and manage your information without leaving Obsidian. If you want to take this further, try experimenting with sorting the table columns or filtering your notes directly within the base. Thanks for watching, and be sure to save this video or revisit it whenever you need a refresher. Happy building!